Hey ladies and gentlemen, Stephen here from Radolescence. Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate your time and your viewership. It means a lot. And in today's episode, I'm going to be going over the 3 brand new fragrances by the company Santa Lucia. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on it, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin my review or first impression of the brand new 3 fragrances by the company Santa Lucia, I do want to mention that if you are a fan of fragrance related content, if you like fragrance reviews here on YouTube, but also top 10 videos, giveaways, unboxings, special guests, and more, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner. And of course, while you're at it, please be sure to enable notifications by clicking on the bell. So Santa Lucia is actually the company of another YouTuber who has a channel on men's style and fashion. His name is Jose Zuniga. I'm going to leave his information down below. And I know the very first time that he released a fragrance, it sold out very quickly. And so since then, we've had 3 new ones. We've had 2 Conquering, Come Closer, and Every Day. These are fragrances that are built or suitable for 3 different occasions or scenarios. And so if you're looking for a fragrance that you can wear when you're ready to tackle any obstacle that your day might throw at you, you want to wear 2 Conquering. If there's one that you want to wear for like a romantic scenario, you want to wear Come Closer, so on and so forth. And I also want to mention that all 3 of these are concentrated at 20%. So they are parfum fragrances, not eau de parfum fragrances. So they're actually a little bit stronger than an eau de parfum. And we have 3 different fragrances built very differently as well. And so you have some in here that are a little bit on the spicier side, some fragrances that have pink pepper with like a woodsy tone to them. And then you also have one that has lavender, Turkish rose, and sandalwood with a bit of iris too, if I'm remembering correctly. And so I'm really excited to give you my thoughts on these fragrances. And the reason why I said that this is going to be kind of a review, kind of a first impression, is because 2 of these I've actually worn quite a bit. One of these I haven't worn. And so the one that I have worn is Come Closer and 2 Conquering. Every Day I haven't worn as much, but I do plan on wearing it in the months to come because I think it's more suitable for the hotter weather. So with that being said, let's start off with the first one, which I think is 2 Conquering. Yes, I'm right. Okay, so this one is called 2 Conquering, and this one gives off a peppery vibe. So it has this pink pepper nuance about it. There's this woodsy cedarwood, kind of oud wood thing going on in there. I gotta be honest with you, I didn't fully look up the note breakdown, but this one I say is woodsy and kind of tobacco-y and kind of peppery because it gives me slight vibes to Creed's Royal Oud. Now, of course, I do think this one is quite different. I think it's composed very differently, but it kind of fits within that same umbrella or classification. And so if you're familiar with those patchouli, woodsy, spicy, tobacco-like types of fragrances, I think this is definitely the sort of vibe that you're gonna get from this one. And I actually really enjoy this one. And so this one is very easy to wear, very easy to pull off. I think this one does have that mature, professional, go get 'em type of a personality to it. And so I can really appreciate that about this fragrance. And I also really like the fact that it's not too heavy on the spice, because I personally smelled some fragrances out there like Poivre Samarkand by Hermes that can be a little bit too spicy for some people. I know Atelier Cologne has a peppery fragrance as well. But this one is a really nice balance of the patchouli, which I'm actually getting a lot of in this fragrance. And you can see there's this powerful component about it that I can actually see people really enjoying, especially for a dressed up scenario. If you want to convey a certain sense of professionalism, I think you'll be able to do that well. Okay, so this one is Every Day. So I know that because as soon as I smell it, I get like this lactonic vibe about it. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of, and trust me, I've smelled like thousands and thousands of fragrances, so I can't help but make a connection. It smells to me a little bit like Diesel's Plus Masculine, the one that came in the white bottle. So it has like this creamy lactonic vibe about it. A part of it also kind of smells like Uden by Xerjoff. Or even like Sculpture by Nikos. It kind of has like this clean, fresh, sort of orange blossom, cardamom, spicy, lactonic thing going on in here. And this one is also very professional. So here's the thing. I think that you can wear both of these in a professional environment. I think you can wear both of them when you're dressed up or even casually, I suppose. But I do think Two Conquering has a little bit more of a professional aura about it. Smells quite rich and expensive as well. And I know each bottle is selling for 150 bucks. I think if you want to purchase all three, it's 300. And so you definitely be getting a deal purchasing all three. But yeah, this one gives off that lactonic vibe. It is very fresh, it's clean, it has a very well-groomed quality about it. And like I said, that freshness that kind of gives off like that fig leaf vibe, in my personal opinion, I think would work really well for the hotter weather. So I'm personally waiting for it to get a little bit hotter outside here. For some reason, it's been raining a lot over these past few days. Luckily, it's been raining overnight, so I can still go for my daily walks. But the last one is Come Closer. I almost said Come Together, which is another fragrance. But this one is a romantic fragrance. And so as soon as you spray it on, you are going to get lavender. You are going to get this really natural smelling, creamy lavender. And you have this Turkish rose lingering in there as well. It's so romantic. It's so genial. It's so warm. I was almost gonna say sweet, but it's not too sweet. There's a little bit of sweetness lingering underneath, but it's certainly not something that I think overtakes the composition or does too much in here. I don't think it's vying for attention too strongly, but you get the lavender that's in here, and it kind of creates this aura of familiarity where as soon as you spray it on, you're like, I know that. What is that? But I feel like the lavender is disguised by the creaminess of the sandalwood, the smoothness of the iris, the other woods that are in here, that Turkish rose that just comes across very amorous, very sensual. So, okay, truth be told, this is one of my favorites. I personally have a hard time picking which one my favorite is. So like I said, I have worn both of these. If I had to be honest with you, I think my wife's favorite would probably be every day. But the times when I have worn Two Conquering, she's actually given me a compliment or two. And so I think my wife's favorite would probably be every day, just because she's into like the brighter, fresher, clean, well-groomed types of fragrances. And it has a certain level of mass appeal. But one thing that I really enjoy about Santa Lucia is that it's not cheaply manufactured. There's a lot of time and attention dedicated to the presentation, the font, the names of the fragrances, the concept, the box, just everything about it, even the quality of the raw materials. You can smell it and you think to yourself, yeah, this is truly a niche product. It's not something that smells like Dior Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel. They're not twists of popular designer fragrances. You can sense that these are actually really well done, really well constructed. And so I'm very happy for the brand. Jose, I hope you do an amazing job selling these. I know you will, given your following and your dedication to this art. And so thank you all so much for tuning in. I really hope that my review on two of them, but kind of first impressions on every day, helped you make a better decision in terms of which one of these you would be interested in either purchasing or sampling. If you did take something of value from this video and you're new to this channel, I would really appreciate it if you would consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner. And once again, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button down below. This way you can tell YouTube that you enjoy this type of content and it will be recommended to you more often. Thanks again for watching. Love you all. We'll see you soon. Bye.